Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Amie Donald about season 2 of Sweet Tooth, which recently dropped worldwide on Netflix. Welcome back to the show. Thanks so much for being here again.
Thank you so much for having me back on. It's going to be very fun.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, we talked about Meggan last time, a little change of pace, right? We talked about a horror movie, now we're talking about Sweet Tooth. I mean, I want to kind of go back when we did the first interview, like the audition process for this, specific for Maya and everything. What did you know about it specifically when you auditioned for Sweet Tooth?
When I was auditioning, I was actually auditioning for different characters in Sweet Tooth, and they didn't know who was going to be who and which animals were which animals when we were auditioning for it. And so then we did a couple of auditions and then self-tapes, and then we sent them in, and then they told me I had the job and I was going to be Maya Monkey. I was really excited and happy.
So was Maya the Monkey one of the original ones that you kind of auditioned for? Because you said there was different characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I find that interesting too, because sometimes, like when we talked about Meggan, sometimes you know a lot, sometimes you don't know a lot and everything. So when you kind of get that call, they're gonna be Maya the Monkey, and you're gonna be on Sweet Tooth and everything. Like, what's going through your mind? You're just excited to get to work, right?
Yeah, I was really excited when I got told I was going to be Maya, because in season 1 I was 3 different characters, and it was great to be back, and I was so excited that I could see everybody again that was on Sweet Tooth, and it was just really exciting.
Did it feel similar coming back for season 1 compared to season 2? Basically, like, did it feel similar, or like did it feel similar kind of coming back to season 2 compared to season 1? Sorry, was it a lot different?
It was a lot different because in season 1 I wasn't in a lot of scenes, but season 2 I was in quite a lot more. So it was a very different experience, but I loved it so much.
What was it like kind of being with everyone, being with the hybrids and everything? What was that like specifically? We get to meet a lot of people. The first episode I think is really cool. Naledi Murray does an amazing job as Wendy. Wendy introduces Gus to everyone, right? There's a roll call. What was it like working with everyone?
It was so amazing working with all of the hybrids and the crew. They were all so nice and fun to work with. And it was nice because even though sometimes we weren't on set, but we'd still catch up and hang out. So it was really cool.
What was your knowledge about these Sweet Tooth graphic novels by Jeff Lemire? Like when you were kind of auditioning for it, did you check out the books a lot, like before kind of working on Sweet Tooth, even for season 1?
Yeah, we ordered the comic book and we've got it here, and we were reading through it when we were doing season 2, which was awesome.
See, I was a big fan of the comic, like the graphic novel before the show. So that's why I was so excited, because it was split down the middle, Amie, where some people knew the graphic novel, some people didn't. And it's always cool because the people that didn't know the graphic novel went back to the graphic novel after watching the show on Netflix, which was really awesome. We gotta give a shout out to Bobby, because Bobby is back for season 2, and I just love Bobby so much. I just want to say, what can you tell me about Bobby? I mean, everyone on set said that they wanted to, like, Bobby should have his own show, right? The Bobby Show, like, it's very popular, right, on set.
Yeah, definitely. It was always so cool to see Bobby when we were on set, because when I was filming Meggan, one of my puppeteers was Paul Lewis, and in Sweet Tooth, he puppeteers my tail and Bobby, so it was awesome to work with him again. And even if the cameras weren't rolling, he would always keep Bobby alive, and then we could go talk to him, we'd have a conversation, and he was just so cute, and I love Bobby so much.
Oh, man, Bobby needs to be protected at all costs.
Yes.
Oh no, it's so great and everything. What do you like the most about kind of the stunt work component of your kind of profession? Because I feel like, you know, the acting is obviously going to be a little different. There's the dancing and everything. But last time you came on the show, I think we talked about it all, but I kind of wanted to know more about, you know, the stunt background. Like, what do you like the most about the stunt component of what you do?
I absolutely love the stunts because it's really fun and it's a new experience
Yep.
because most of the time people have stunt doubles, but it's really fun for me because I do my own stunts.
Mhm.
And just being able to learn about how stunts work and everything behind the scenes, I think that's really cool to learn. And I always love being in the rig wires and going up high and coming down. It's just really fun to be working with all of the stunts and
Now, I think it's pretty cool because Netflix put out a reel recently that showed you as Maya the monkey, and it said that, did you know that Amie Donald is also Meggan? And I thought that
yeah.
was so awesome. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, did you know they were going to post that, or did you just find it online?
We actually we recorded it when we were on set one day, and
Okay.
so we came off set and then we started to record it, and then they told us when they were gonna be posting it, and when they did, I was so excited
Okay, so you
because
guys
it's
got
cool
a heads
to
up, but
see
I'm
that.
still, it was still probably surprising to see it finally up, right?
Yeah, it was really cool to see the finished product of it.
I think that's the coolest thing to think of. The fact that, yeah,
Yeah.
they're different genres, but I love the idea of like the Meggan fans watching Sweet Tooth and the Sweet Tooth
Yeah.
fans watching Meggan. That's pretty cool to think about, right, Amy?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Did you see that? I saw that online a lot too. Like I saw everyone was like, "It's Meggan! Oh my god!" and everything,
Yeah.
which was awesome. Was there something? I mean, maybe with Bobby or just in general. I asked you this on the first, like for Meggan with the first interview. Any fun kind of stories, specifically fun like story on set you could tell me about Sweet Tooth specifically? Because you gave me a really good one for Meggan, but like, do you have one for Sweet Tooth? Anything fun that happened? Is there a specific day you remember or anything comes to mind?
Um, I really enjoyed we had these things called hybrid workshops, and my two acting coaches, Bree Peters and Dave Van Horn, they would run them. And they were so much fun, and we'd just work through the season and have all of those workshops on the way. And they'd always make it really fun. And we'd also play games in the workshop, and then we'd rehearse scenes. But they made it so much fun. It was awesome.
Absolutely. And it's interesting too because, you know, is it cool to think about that you've been able to kind of do a lot of different things in the entertainment industry, the stunts, the dancing, the acting? Like it's pretty cool. I mean, you just love being on set basically, but did you
Yeah.
think that you were going to do all of it or did it kind of just happen? Like the stunts, the acting, the dancing?
I mean, it kind of just happened because I was always a dancer and I never really thought that I was ever going to be an actress. But then my dance teacher, she was always telling me that I should go and try for it. And so when I did, it all happened at once and it was very exciting.
I recently was talking to an actor, Maya Lowe, who is on Yellow Jackets on Showtime and Paramount Plus, and she's also a dancer. She originally came with a dance background, and we were talking. We thought it would be really funny if, like, you know, if there was like a segment where a bunch of dancers were in a room and then someone plays different types of music, like maybe like some like heavy metal music and then some other music, and then basically on the spot, the dancers have to figure out different things. Have you ever done anything like that, like in your dancing career or anything? Was there any kind of like anything like that, or like freestyle, or like on the cusp, just having to just like do a different movement from different music? I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, sometimes we'd do impromptu when
Yeah.
my dance teacher would just play some music and then you'd just have to dance to it. And it was so much fun doing all of that. And then she would always change the music after we've run down once, and then everyone gets to do it again to a different song. But yeah, we do some of that.
Can we give a shout out to the music on Sweet Tooth? Like, how good is the music in Sweet Tooth?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's so good. And even like in episode 1, like when Bobby's going to get the key, the music in the background is so good.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about playing Maya the monkey? Is there something you liked about this character the most compared to others?
I like that she's a really cheeky character, and it was so fun to play her because she was just so different. And also, I really like that she signs instead of speaks because there was a deaf kid on set, and his name was Api. He played Otto the porcupine, and so we were learning ASL sign language and New Zealand sign language so we could communicate with him. And I thought that was a really cool experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's so well said. And it was amazing. It's just incredible to see how inclusive the cast of Sweet Tooth is. The inclusivity is incredible. And I love that. It's one of my favorite things about the show. Last question, too. What is your favorite thing about being part of the Sweet Tooth universe? Because this is a show that has a lot of different components. It's got the obviously hybrid and animal component. It's got the, a little bit of kind of the fantasy component. It's got a little bit of like the thriller component where sometimes with the flashbacks, it's a little freaky. You know what I mean? What element do you like the most specifically of these?
I really like all of like the fight scenes. I think they were the coolest because usually what would happen is that when we wrapped, all of the adults would do their scenes. And it was so cool because sometimes when you're finished wrapping out, you could just walk past a monitor and you could see them doing the fight scenes. And that was awesome.
Yeah, no, totally. It's so crazy. Is it crazy to think that people can finally see season 2 of Sweet Tooth? Like you're just kind of waiting and everything. You were pretty busy with another movie, Meggan's release, right? But now it's cool that people can finally see season 2 of Sweet Tooth, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that all of our hard work has been paid off and everyone can finally see the project that we were working on.
Streaming worldwide now on Netflix. Amy, so good catching up. Thank you for coming back on Popternative. It was great catching up with you.
Thank you for having me. It was great to catch up with you too.
Absolutely. Sweet Tooth worldwide on Netflix right now. And if they've already watched it, you know what they could do? They could watch it again. And get ready because season 3 is coming at some point. We don't know when, but it's going to be there. And people can check also, if they put Amie Donald, there's like an Instagram account where they can keep up to date with everything too, right?
Yes.
So they can check that out. Awesome. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. You can catch Amie Donald as Maya the Monkey in Sweet Tooth Season 2 worldwide now on Netflix. Until next time, this is Amy and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.